I had a chance to check out what downtown Fort Worth looks like at night because I was invited to play music at the Cowtown Showcase of Local and Visiting Artists right there downtown at the Red Goose Saloon. Now, the city of Fort Worth says that the downtown area is where entrepreneurs, ideas, and innovation come together. And that kind of business mentality comes from the origins of downtown Fort Worth, where there's a long history in the Longhorn cattle trade. So you can still find people coming down here to do business. They come down here for conferences. They drink fancy drinks. They eat fancy food. Maybe they go to the bank and they do some dealings. So you can find all that down here in downtown in this city that's regarded as where the West begins. That's one thing that they say about Fort Worth is that going west of here is where you reach the true West Texas and all of that ranching and cattle and all that. And not only is the city known for the Longhorn cattle history, but the railroad is also a big component to Fort Worth too. There was a time when the city was really small and kind of struggling, and somebody had commented that the city was so quiet that they'd seen a panther sleeping in the middle of the downtown street that was unconcerned and undisturbed. So the city ended up taking that insult and turning it into a point of pride, and that's the origin of the reason why people call Fort Worth Panther City. But the struggle that they were having was overcome because of the railroad. They were rushed to build a bunch of railroad lines here, and the city really came together to make it happen. There was a visionary who recognized the importance of bringing the railroad into this area as opposed to and kind of competing with Dallas to make it happen. And that all happened in the late 1800s, but you could still get struck behind those railroad cars today when you're trying to get across the road. So this footage that I'm showing here is from a walk down Houston Street, where you can catch some nice glimpses of the skyline of the downtown area. You can also see some of that interesting architecture there, and you can find some shopping and some hotels and bars, even some art and cafes and banks. You can find buses rolling around, and a church or two, and some pubs. And so I enjoyed walking around at nighttime and having another opportunity to check out what downtown Fort Worth looks like. Going from the beginning of this walk, I started out in the area of Thompson's Bookstore, and this is a place that I've had recommended to me multiple times. It's known as a cocktail bar set in a former bookstore and pharmacy. And they say they're the last building in downtown Fort Worth's Hell's Half Acre area. So I had a good whiskey sour there. And I've been showing you footage of what the downtown area looks like on a Wednesday. One of the things and one of the places where you can find music on a Wednesday is at Pete's Dueling Piano Bar. The origin of Pete's Dueling Piano Bar started on 6th Street in Austin, and now they're posting that they've got locations in Frisco and Austin and Houston, and they go back about 30 years. Ultimately, I'm heading out to the Red Goose Saloon, which is on Houston Street and not far from Sundance Square. And the event happening on this night was the Cowtown Showcase of Local and Visiting Artists, hosted by Val, featuring Bobby Montgomery and Ben Gibson, Teddy and the Saddle Tramps, Glenn McLaughlin, Jason Cartmel, and myself. Pretty girls, they know how to dance 'cause they had so many chances. Ain't at the other side of the bar, won't be sitting alone for too long. Well, tonight's the night for taking chances. Tonight's the night to see it through. Tonight's the night for country dancing. Tonight's the night for me and you. So I really enjoyed this event, and it was a great diverse gathering of different songwriters and performers here from the Fort Worth area and beyond. Thanks to Val for putting it together. Thanks to you for checking out this video, and I'm posting all about touring around Texas and the music scene of Texas, so click on my YouTube channel and check out the thumbnails and see which videos have topics that interest you, and thank you for checking this out.